Hey guys, today we're installing the motherboard into the case and GPU and SSD. So first you get out the zip ties and case screws that come inside of the case. So what we're doing right now is taking out the screws and put them in a place where they won't roll around. So I'm just putting it in the slot where I put the RAM because that's like a nice area to put the screws so they don't roll around. So inside there's 3 types of screws. There's medium size, small size, and large size. The large size are for the fans, the small size are for the motherboard, and the medium size are for the power supply. But in some cases, it's different, and the medium size are the only screws, except for the fans. So now we're gonna move the motherboard aside and get the case ready so we can put it in. So inside the case, we're gonna put motherboard standoffs here, here, here. There's a bunch of places. So these are the bits you have to put in for the standoff, and this little adapter helps you screw them in. So you want to get both of those. Some places already have the motherboard standoffs installed like there and there, and all the ones with M are the motherboard standoffs. So you want to go ahead and screw them in there. So now that we've installed the standoffs, we're going to put the motherboard on. But right before we do that, we want to take out these PCIe slots so we don't scratch the motherboard after. Having a magnetic screwdriver really helps for all of these parts, especially the one I made, because you can just take it off like that. So these are just the snappy ones. Just snap it off and twist it till it comes off. I actually don't like these ones because I'm afraid this edge might be very sharp, and if one of the parts gets scratched, then it might be bad. So I'm actually just going to take off the first 3. It's not always bad to take off an extra one because you always do get more airflow. So you get this IO shield, and you want to put it right here. So just pop it right in like this. Now you want to carefully get our motherboard and align it with the IO shield. Just move this fan cable to the side and get right into it. So carefully put it right in. And align it in there. So push it in a little more. Now that it's aligned, you want to get these screws and start screwing it in. When you're screwing in the motherboard, I would actually suggest to use smaller screwdrivers because it's just easy to get behind this case wall. Okay, now that we have our standoffs in, check if it's sturdy enough. Yep. And now we're gonna flip over the case to make sure nothing crashes down. Okay, that was successful. After we install the motherboard completely, now we're gonna go ahead and install our GPU. So here we've got the RX 570. Now this is a great budget GPU for 1080p gaming. You get like 65-70 FPS on AAA titles in medium to high settings, and for esports you'll get over 100 FPS on high settings. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up, and you could put in the GPU before the power supply or after the power supply. I actually like putting it in before the power supply, but if it's harder for you to reach into the motherboard, you could put it in after the power supply. So now I'm just going to show you how to put in the GPU. So inside of this box, this is an XFX 8GB version, by the way. So inside of the box, you get you get this cardboard thing, the warranty, the manuals, and all of that. And under that, you get the actual GPU. So this GPU has two fans. It has one HDMI, three display ports, and one DVI port. And I won't be using any other ports except for HDMI because I have a HDMI monitor. Now what you want to do is take off the caps for HDMI and all of those, and also the PCIe slot comes with a cap on, and we just took off that plastic cap. So you want to line it up with your motherboard PCIe slot, open up the bracket, and just push it in. Make sure you're lining it up properly so you don't scratch the bottom of it. Now that it's in nice and tight, you want to hold your GPU with one hand, and with another hand you're gonna get the bracket and the screws for it. So you want to screw the screws in very tight, and you want to screw the bracket in very tight so the GPU doesn't sag or the PCIe slot doesn't break or something. So screw it in very tight with the medium-sized screws. As you see here, I've already gone ahead and installed the SSD. Now installing the SSD is very easy. I mean, it should be pretty straightforward and it shouldn't be complex at all. You should just look at it and know what to do. So get the SATA power cable from power supply, looks like this, and plug it in to your SSD. And this is the SATA cable that comes with the motherboard. Plug one into the SSD, goes through the other end, and that cable goes right into SATA 1, which is under our GPU right now, right there. So always make sure it goes into SATA 1 or SATA 0. My motherboard didn't have SATA 0, so it went into SATA 1. If your motherboard has SATA 0, then make it go into SATA 0 so it can work as the C drive. This only costed $30 and it's 256 GB, which is pretty good. Should be enough for like 2-3 games and your OS and a lot of files. I would highly recommend to get 500 GB or a hard drive at the end, but you don't really have to. I mean, I've got this 1 terabyte Seagate portable drive here, and I've got plenty of other portable drives, so I'm fine with the 256 gigs.